Hi, my name is Zoe. I'm the Tipsy Psychic, and it is hot. This feels good. Today we're going to talk about the compatibility between a Capricorn Aquarius Cusp and a Gemini Cancer Cusp. If you were born any time between January 16th and January 22nd, then you were born on the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius. And if you were born any time between June 19th and June 24th, then you were born on the cusp of Gemini and Cancer. And the dates do vary, remember, so I'm not so rigid with them. If you're looking for a chill couple, then you have found it. It's good to be spontaneous, don't get me wrong, but make sure you're taking the time to actually process things and think things through before you actually decide to just go for it and take a leap. Don't forget to use your brain. Your cheerfulness would really shine with the Gemini Cancer cusp. As a couple, you like to focus on yourselves and your situation, and sometimes you can overlook how other people in your life are feeling, and maybe you don't get why they aren't making your relationship more the center of attention. What you want does matter, don't get me wrong, but you need to be able to actually manage your feelings and not let your heart do all the talking. A Gemini Cancer cusp would be very caring. You both have very selfish tendencies, and it may affect how attracted you are to one another later on. Sometimes it may feel like the world revolves around your relationship, but there is a power that comes from being with each other. You're a very powerful couple. And sometimes it feels like you were even more powerful once you actually started dating your Gemini Cancer cusp than before you met them. It can feel like your relationship is very secure, and when you were alone, you just felt very vulnerable and unsure. But your relationship can be like your armor. Gemini Cancer cusp would not allow you to be mopey. You'd find yourself being more peppy around them. You might have difficulty finding things in common, which will make it a lot harder to connect. Sometimes it might feel like you're both in it for yourselves, but you do make a good team. And as a unit, you can achieve more than on your own. A Gemini Cancer cusp will be very supportive. Know that they are there for you. It might feel like your Gemini cusp is looking for attention. And usually in relationships, they're okay with sitting back and letting their partner be the one to attract attention. But when they're with you, they try to match your need to be in the spotlight. You may feel like they're not really on your team at times in that way, and that they might even be like your rival, like you're both vying for affection. You're in it to win it mindset isn't good. Don't forget that your relationship is a strength, and you're better when you're with each other. So instead of trying to compete against each other, even if you really don't mean to compete or anything, try to think of what's best for your teammate. You're gonna have to be the one to take charge in this relationship and make the tough calls. Don't expect your Gemini Cancer cusp to always be the adult. They may rely on you to take care of things. Sometimes when you view each other in a more competitive way, you feel like you're one-upping them. Even if it doesn't make sense, you need to distance yourself from each other, and it hinders your growth as a couple. And even if it's not a contest, you don't want to get close to each other. So you might act like you don't care about each other, and it's nerve-wracking because you do care about each other, but you're unable to really get past this barrier and show each other how you feel. It makes you very standoffish at times, but you can't go about things that way. You need to work together. Work together. Tackle the world as a team. Because you both can get so much out of it. Oh yeah, it's not a contest. And you really have to see it that way. So you can actually get close to each other and support each other through all your conquests. A Gemini Cancer cusp needs you to understand what's in your heart. You may not be the type to really define your emotions. You don't know how to name them. That's not really how you work. But you will feel very encouraged to explore your feelings and understand what your heart really wants. They will show you that there is power in deciphering your emotions. There may be this bad habit of taking credit for each other's hard work. A lot of the time when this couple is famous, they are unable to just accept the other person's success, and they might take credit for it or make themselves more of the main attraction. No matter how hard they work together to get there, which is very egotistical. And your ego can really get in the way here. You need to prioritize your love for each other. The more you lean towards your Aquarius side, the more adaptable and versatile you will be, which will be very helpful in this. Trust will be a major relationship challenge. It's going to be something that you'll have to face. Do you have each other's back? Or are you in it for your own success? If you decide to stay friends, then you kind of have to keep things lighthearted. Because the more emotionally attached you are to each other, the more difficult it will be to navigate the egotistical tendencies and the one-sidedness. Together you like to try new foods and try new sensations, new experiences. I'm not saying taking care of yourself isn't important. Self-love is super important, okay? It's definitely one of the most important aspects to any love life, if you ask me. But when you're married, you need to find a balance. You need to be able to just be there for each other and not just be there for yourself. Because sometimes you can put your own needs before theirs, and it can be very hurtful. And it's not actually because you need anything. It's all because you're wanting something and you want to put your wants first. And what you want somehow outweighs what your Gemini, Cancer, Cusper wants. When it comes to sex, you both have so much lust for each other. If you were born more towards the Capricorn side, you're gonna need a partner who is more stable, who you have an easier time reading. And a Gemini, Cancer, Cusp may not be the best match for that. So if you're more of a Capricorn, you might have a harder time making things work. And when you start to actually act like a couple, when you're prioritizing each other, you've worked that part out, your mind might still wander, and you can have a tendency to flirt with other people while you're dating and check other people out while you're together. And this can cause a lot of trust issues. You want it all. You desire it all. Screw what anyone else thinks. That is a very toxic mentality that will lead you nowhere. You both have a great time as travel buddies, and you both introduce each other to different forms of media, whether that's a new TV show, or a new type of movie, or new music. You have a blast together. Gemini, Cancer, Cusp knows how to give you space and time to yourself when you need it. They can sense when you need privacy, and they're very perceptive. However, they can be very insecure at times and easily take things the wrong way. They often wear their heart on their sleeve, and it can make them very emotional. This combo really definitely has major challenges, oh boy. But the good news is, you can get past them. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you were born on the cusp of Capricorn Aquarius, or if you were born on the cusp of Gemini and Cancer, please comment below. I would love to hear from you. Subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for more. Bye-bye.